number one of grappling, always be on top. Always try and get on top. Can't stress that enough. For jiu-jitsu, for MMA, you always want to try and get on top. You want to have that in your mind, especially if they're bigger than you. You never want to, if you're bigger than you and you're in a competitive match, you never want to forfeit top. You're always going to fight for top, okay? Super important. We add strikes, it becomes even more important. The only time you're going to see somebody ball up like that and hang out for a second usually is judo. And there's two reasons. One, you're not going to get kicked in the head or knee in the face like you would in a fight, so that helps. Two, after a few seconds, to stand you back up. So that's just the nature of the rules. So they just want to not get submitted immediately, then they can stand up and go for the throw. With jiu-jitsu, once you go down to the mat, nobody's going to break it up if it's black belt match for like 10 minutes, okay? So we're not going to sit there for a really long time. You're either engaged in a takedown or you're doing some kind of transition, okay? But it's almost impossible to teach if we don't isolate it just for a second and talk about it as a position in and of itself. And no matter what, there'll still be times when you guys are rolling where you'll be stuck there for a minute. So if I'm at turtle position, they're going to be in front of me, to the side of me, or behind me. Usually, they always start in front of you, and then they work their way around to the side to attack, okay? Posture-wise, there's going to be a few things. Number one, I want to try and always be on my toes. I say almost always, because when I sprawl, obviously I want my feet to slide. But if I want to be able to move and drive, I have to be on my toes, so I'm on my toes. Number two is exactly like we worked back control. I have to defend against their knee and their foot and their arm coming in here, so my elbows have to be on my thighs, and I have to defend my neck, so my hands have to be here. So this is our posture, okay? Not here. If your elbows are inside your thighs, then you gave away this spot. So I'm going to give you guys a simple drill that's going to connect what we did with back control to turtle. Seal drill. Seal as in seal off holes, not bark seal, right? So elbows to his body, turtleneck, right? Squat a little bit, good base. And I'm just going to try and connect my hands. I'm either going to try and get a body lock or a harness or a choke. And I'm not pulling him, I'm not pushing on him, I'm just here. Now if I come here, you might have to crunch a bit. Let me get my hand under, go the other side. If I come up here, yep, you got to bring your hand in. We're not letting the person, we're not grabbing the hand yet. We're going to hand fight just like we do from the back. Exactly the same here. Same from turtle as you would from back control. But in the beginning, just make sure you seal off all the gaps. Got it? Try it with your partner. Stand up and do it. So that's the first part, okay? First part is just seal off all the holes. So I'm behind Coach Lloyd. He's not letting me get anything. Second part, he grabs one or both of my hands. Both is even better, but just grab something. Yep. And now we're going to kind of hip forward a little bit, take a step forward, and then spin towards me. Exactly. Okay, so you're defending the holes, you get grips, and turn and go, okay? So let's go super slow. Usually the first thing you gotta do is step out a little bit once he gets hands. Yes, that's gonna make the space for you to turn, and then you're gonna turn. And that's real hard to do if you're not controlling their hands. So ideally, right, you'd have both. So if I go like this and he managed to grab both my hands for a second, that's a great time for him to turn, and yeah, it's gonna be very hard for me to stop him, okay? Back and forth, go ahead. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe, hit the bell for frequent updates because we're updating this every week, and make sure you comment and like and share our videos. We appreciate it, and we definitely try and respond to all the comments. And if you like what we're doing and you like the material, check out SBG University, SBGU, and you're gonna see a ton more in much greater depth than what you see here on YouTube. Thank you very much.